Hypocrisy seems to run rampant in this year, in the second Trump administration, even deeper than it did before, especially amongst MAGA and especially amongst law enforcement. Today, the Brooklyn, Minnesota, which is a suburb of Minneapolis, the Brooklyn, Minnesota police chief was talking about complaints they're getting from citizens about being stopped by ICE, even though they are citizens of the United States, being questioned, asked for their papers, some being detained, some being taken. And he talks a good game, blah, 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 blah. That shouldn't happen to our citizens, blah, 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 blah. And now, I don't know what he accomplished because he didn't say shit. He didn't say what the chief of police or the chief deputy over in Philadelphia said when she said, if you mess with our people, we're going to mess with you. You don't want this smoke. He was just kind of milly-malling his shit around here. Let's be clear. This is for in every city that ICE has been in. That includes Chicago, Los Angeles, Portland. Every city, and especially in Georgia and in Texas, especially in Texas, the local police are ICE's allies. In Los Angeles, LAPD was putting down protesters and rioters. One of them shot one person with a plastic bullet. Saw that. Okay, a reporter. That was LAPD. All right? Protect and serve my motherfucking ass. All right? In Minneapolis, there is no Minneapolis PD. You don't see them on the streets when ICE is around. They mysteriously vanish. But they sure as fuck showed up to harass the protesters who were across the street from the Whipple building in Minneapolis to take their water and their food and their firewood because that way they wouldn't stay. Okay. The mayor of Minneapolis has been subpoenaed by, basically they're going to file charges against him and Governor Tim Walz for obstruction. See, that's not going to work because your police department is helping ICE. At whose orders, I don't know. That's the thing that's pissing me off about Los Angeles and watching what's going on in Minneapolis, because I know the Portland police chief is down with ICE. I've heard him talk. The mayors are supposed to control the chief of police, aren't they? Don't they take the orders from the mayor? So why is the Minneapolis mayor letting the police chief get away with that fucking bullshit I saw? Why aren't they protecting citizens? Why are they not running traffic control to let people go through as ICE goes to the neighborhoods? That way you don't have these bottlenecks and they're not arresting people just for being in the neighborhood. Why? Because they're down with it. They're cool with it. And like they were cool with Renee Good getting whacked, getting murdered in the streets. Makes me wonder why the Minneapolis district attorney or the county AG hasn't filed charges yet. I wonder why. Are you being hindered by law enforcement? I mean, these are things we have to ask nowadays because the people of the United States basically are on odds with law enforcement because we don't know who's on our side anymore. And it looks like the majority are on the side of Trump, MAGA, and the fascists known as ICE. So that Brooklyn officer talking shit today didn't mean shit other than trying to save his phony baloney job because the citizens are getting pissed. But hey, I mean, I'm going to say it again. There are more of us than there are of them. And they're going to pay the consequences in the end. But just remember, it looks like local police doesn't give a fuck about you. They only care about Trump and the federal government.